Rituals and readings. This is a big part of your wedding ceremony. If you want to know what you want your officiant to say in your ceremony, if you want to be inspired, if you want to add some rituals or readings, of course you should. I encourage you to go online and search. You will find that there is an overwhelming amount of material online. It is crazy. And sometimes some couples get a little overly excited and they put too much in. And you know, the ceremony turns out to be almost like 45 minutes long, which is way too long, by the way. And it's all because of all the different rituals and readings that they added. Adding a few or a couple is fine, but you have to find the sweet spot. And this is also why I recommend having a professional do it, someone who's done this for a few years, not a newbie, who can guide you, right? So sometimes I have gotten, not a lot, but every now and then I get a couple that has ideas and they want, they gave me this list of things that they want to incorporate in their weddings, and they have the hand blessing. I always do the hand blessing regardless. That's just part of my standard ceremony. I always include the hand blessing in all my ceremonies. I like it. I think it's cute, it's secular, it's perfect, and it's a nice segue for the vows. I always do it before the vows. So, but I have couples that wanted to do the hand blessing and the candle ceremony and the wine ceremony and the arras. I don't know if you're not Spanish, maybe you don't know what the arras are. It's a coin ceremony. I've had people do the broom, the broom also. Anyway, they added so many things. It was non-stop. And I have heard from other couples who came to hire me, and they tell me they've been to a few weddings, lately, and they went to their cousin's wedding last week, and it's like it was too much. They did everything. They had every ritual there. So once again, you have to remember, keep in mind that we want to keep your people entertained. I know it sounds odd. I know how it sounds. They're like, oh, it's my wedding. It should be my way. Whatever I want, it should be the way I want it. Yeah. I get it. But you want it to be a success for everybody, including you. When you're here sitting and deciding and planning what to do, things look a certain way. But when you are on the day off, standing there in front of your beloved, things are very different. And again, this is why having someone who knows how this goes is always helpful. And there is help out there. So rule of thumb, just have one ritual, one reading. Especially if you have a professional do your ceremony, they know what they're doing. So you should trust them. And they know, a good seasoned officiant will know what to say, how to say it, when to say it. And they will know how to blend everything together to make it sound very harmonious and very organic. That's the goal, really. With every ceremony, you want it to sound organic and you want it to sound new and fresh. Not like something they've said a million times. So, first you pick your officiant. After you pick your officiant, and you like this person and you're sure you want them to marry you, then speak with them, talk to them, and make sure that you come up with something that they are comfortable saying. Like if it's me, if it were me, I prefer to use things that I'm comfortable with, that I know, that I've used a few times, that, I don't like reading too much, and I'm self-conscious about reading and my reading skills, especially in English. And I don't like to be looking down during the ceremony. I prefer to be looking at the couple and the guests. And so if you give me something new to say, I'll do it, I'll say it. I mean, I'm here to be of service, so I'm gonna do whatever the couple wants me to do. But I'll say what it's written, but it's not gonna sound so great. okay? You would have, if you're with me, you are better off having me say something that comes organically, and I'm really good at this. Everybody has their strengths. I'm very good at improvising. I'm very good at reading the room and reading the couple and just speaking from my heart. That is something that I personally bring to the table. Not everyone is like that, but a bunch of us are, because I have other colleagues that are just like me and they're fantastic at it. And then there's others who need to read and they're really good at it too. They're very good at reading something brand new and making it sound fresh and beautiful. But you should really listen to the person who is officiating your wedding when you're picking the material. And this is important. Once again, it's my day, I want what I want, I want it to be this way. Yes. But what you really want is for it to be effective, meaning you want this ceremony to make you feel something, to make you feel amazing, to make you feel in love, to make you feel blessed, to make you feel like you are in a cloud, that you are in the most magical day of your life, right? That's what you want. And you think you're going to get there by reading this poem or doing this ritual or doing that thing. Maybe it will, but there's a big chance that it won't. That is not what's going to make it or break it. I find that the only way to make a ceremony be what it's meant to be is if everyone is grounded and connected and things happen organically. That means speaking with your officiant and making sure that every word out of their mouth is comfortable and it makes sense and it flows well. Otherwise, both you and your guest will feel that things have been forced and jammed into it just to make it last longer. And that should never be the goal with a wedding ceremony. Sometimes I get calls saying they want the wedding ceremony to last half an hour or 40 minutes or this, they have the time. And I always laugh. They don't know any better. They don't know. Half an hour ceremony is already too long. Most of my ceremonies last 15 minutes, sometimes 20 when it is a bilingual ceremony. If you have rituals, if you have readings, it will be longer. I'm only counting the time that I'm speaking. I'm not counting the processional, right? The walking in and walking out. So in general, with everything, I guess it is half an hour. We usually say half an hour, but we, the officiant, don't speak for half an hour. We shouldn't anyway. I promise you, it's too long. Half an hour, unless you really have really incredibly rich, interesting stuff that you're saying, that it's like wowing everybody who's sitting there, unless the officiant is really telling anecdotes and telling jokes and secrets of you that your guests didn't know about, unless something like that is happening, trust me, sitting there for half an hour just listening to poems and Bible readings and rituals is not fun for anybody. The best part of every ceremony is the wedding vows. And I'm going to get into that in the next video.